Hi, thanks for clicking on this video and joining me today. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are and whenever you're watching this. So I'm going to get right into this today. I am going to talk about tinted moisturizers and some of the ones that I have used and the ones that I'm using now and that I really like. I know that tinted moisturizers aren't for everybody because they don't provide, well, they provide little to any coverage. I know that a lot of gals use and have tried BB and CC creams, so if you don't like tinted moisturizers, maybe a BB cream or a CC cream would be something that would give you more coverage than a tinted moisturizer. I know that I was chatting with my lovely ladies in my video last week, and they told me about the the CC cream, and I think I'm going to give that a try and see how that is. I've heard nothing but great things about it. If you would be so kind and let me know in the comments, what kind of finish is it? Is it a matte finish? Is it a dewy finish? Is it illuminating finish? I think that that's kind of, well, it is important to me. So if you would let me know, I would really appreciate it. Which leads me into why I tried tinted moisturizers in the first place. I was looking for something that was going to give me a dewy, moisturized look to my face. Like I said in my last video, I did try foundations. I didn't like them because at the time, back in the day, they were very heavy and they looked it and they felt it. Now I am sure that probably a lot of foundations nowadays probably feel like a tinted moisturizer but have more coverage. But that's why I tried tinted moisturizers in the first place. So I'm going to tell you a couple that I've used before, and we'll just get going with this. So one of the first ones, and you probably heard of this before. I mean, it's so popular, and I have to say, if you ever want to dip your toe in a tinted moisturizer, I would start with this one. It's not inexpensive, and let me just say that real quick too. If I can cut some corners financially as far as makeup and skincare, I absolutely will. But one thing I won't sacrifice is having a good tinted moisturizer. And if I have to pay a little more money, even though I don't like to do it, I will. The problem with me trying to find one that's less expensive, there just isn't any in the drugstores that I know of that are really good. I've tried many tinted moisturizers in the drugstores. I don't even know if they make them anymore. I know BB creams and CC creams have seemed to take over. At least they did it a couple of years ago. But I never found one in the drugstore when I did find one that I cared for. And I would prefer to spend less money, but I just can't find anything in the drugstore. So if you know something, let me know. But it's the first one that I love and I've been using for years, probably 15, 20 years, yeah, maybe 15, is the Mercier. I'm not going to show you the tube because it's white and you're not going to be able to really see it anyhow. But they have, I think, 3 different kinds. They have the oil-free, the regular, and the illuminating. I have not tried the oil-free one, but I've tried the regular, and I am now trying and using the illuminating one, and I love them. I just really do. They're so lightweight. They just make your skin look and feel just so dewy and hydrated, and I just love the way they feel. I don't get any oxidation with it. I don't get any settling into the fine lines. I don't get any like wearing off throughout the day at all. It's just, it really is a great tinted moisturizer. I am using the current one, which I picked up about a month ago, is the Illuminating one. I know people are worried when they try illuminating products because they don't want to look like a disco ball. I don't either, so I would never say to you, yeah, this one, is like that, because it's not. I don't see any glitter. As a matter of fact, I really don't see much of a difference between the illuminating one that I'm using now and the regular, the original Mercier tinted moisturizer. I'm sure there is, I just don't really notice it, but they're beautiful. I love them. I hate to spend the money. I believe it's over $40, and you only get, what is it, like a little over 1.5 ounces, but a little goes a long way. This has lasted me. These last me a long time. I love it. I totally agree with everybody out there that talks about the Laura Mercier. It is really a good tinted moisturizer. Another one that I use that's very good, and again, I'm not going to show you the bottle or the tube. You're not going to be able to see it, but I'm gonna just list everything below in case you're interested in trying a tinted moisturizer. I'm going to spell this and I'm going to say it because I have a feeling I'm going to mess it up. I think it's Jouer. It's Jouer. It's the Luminizing Moisture Tint. This one happens to be oil-free. I didn't purchase it for that reason, but what I purchased it for is because it says it was luminizing, which I like on my skin. And I have this in the shade Bronzed. Oh, I'm sorry, the Laura Mercier Illuminating is in the shade Natural Radiance. It's a very good match for my skin tone. So the Jouer is in the bronze. It's a little darker, but I'm okay with that, especially in the summer. And while I don't purposely tan my face or my body, you know, even with tons of SPF on, I tend to get a light, some color anyhow, and I like to match my face with my chest and my neck. So in the summer, I'll use one that's a little darker. But this one is really good too. Some of them have really nice benefits for your skin too. That's the other reason why I use them, and which I'm sure a lot of foundations do now as well. But this is the same as the Laura Mercier. Same consistency, same coverage, same lightweight feeling, same moisturization. There's no glitter, there's no sparkle. It just gives your skin a really nice dewy look. So that's another one of my favorites. And here's another one that I actually really do like. Now this one is, I think it provides more coverage if that's what you're looking for in a tinted moisturizer. And it even says on the bottle, if you need more coverage to apply, you know, additionally apply, layer for additional coverage, it says. It's the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Cream. It really is a nice cream. It is very moisturizing. It really is. Like I said, if you need a little more coverage, this might be something to look into. If first application isn't enough, then you can always apply it again, and maybe it'll give you the coverage that you're looking for. But it is nice. It's so very hydrating and lightweight, and it feels great on the skin. So those are some of them. I've had a couple that I like, or that I've used that I don't really care for as much, but I don't even want to bring those up to you. But what I'm going to do now, and we're going to see how this goes. So if you are wondering how I put this on, there really is nothing to it. Because I'm getting ready to go for a workout here in a second. I have no makeup on, but I did, for the purposes of this video, moisturize my skin like I told you in my last video I do. I make sure it's very moisturized. And I'm going to show you exactly what I do. And again, there's not a lot to it, but I'll just give you a little idea, and it'll give me maybe a little practice of talking, recording, and applying makeup, which I think is the multitasking extraordinaire, so to speak. When I see people do that, it's like, wow. Anyhow, so I just take a little bit of the tinted moisturizer. It's not a lot. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see it. And I just apply it like this on my face. And I take, I'm going to use my mirror here, so we're going to see how this goes. I take this, I really have found, and I have brushes. I don't spend money for expensive brushes just because I don't use brushes really, but I really have found that I put most of my makeup on with my fingers or the sponge. If you remember back in the day, we used to have those sponges. They were white, and I think they were even latex. They were like the triangle ones. I used to love those sponges. Boy, I thought those things were fantastic. After using stuff like this, no, they weren't really fantastic, were they? Especially if you didn't use it wet. And who knew back in the day you were supposed to? I never knew. I used it dry. Like when I started using these, I used it dry. Now, no way. There's a huge difference when you get this damp. But anyhow, so I really don't use brushes. I use my fingers, or I use sponges. So I'm going to just go and show you exactly what I do. I applied it to my face, obviously, and then I just take, whoops, you can't see it, there you go. And I just take and I just go in with my fingers, and I just really apply it like a moisturizer. I mean, I really do, because it basically is, just with tint. Hence the name Tinted Moisturizer. Who knew? So I apply it with my fingers. I get up under my eyes. I go under my nose, or under my nose, my chin, and right down to my neck. And if I have a little left over, if I decide to apply it on the back of my hand first and then apply it, I'll pick it up with a sponge. And again, I use a wet sponge. I have to tell you, I love that beauty blender, but it's expensive, and I would prefer to not spend that kind of money for a sponge. So I found, I have the Real Techniques. I know that's a popular one, and I do like that. But I have found, and I really wish I remember who talked about it. But the L'Oreal, if you can find, oh, I don't even have the package here, darn it. They have a good sponge. This sponge is really good. I really like this sponge. So that's just a FYI. But anyhow, so it's wet. I've applied everything with my fingers, and what I do to make sure that there's nothing, you know, in the hairline or eyebrows or what, I just go and I make sure that it's all, I'm sorry, again, you can't see, sorry. A blending and bringing it all down my neck. Again, in the eyebrows, so it doesn't, because, you know, sometimes that stuff gets caught in your hair, like hairline, eyebrows, around my nose, and I always check to make sure, and again, in the good light, how I'm looking, how it looks, making sure it's all blended very well. I'm sorry that the mirror's there, guys. This is my first one. Woo, go me. But that's really it. I'm kind of just bouncing it off of my skin and lightly pulling it. But that's really it. Just checking in the mirror again with this natural light to make sure it's all blended. So almost it's seamless and you can't even see that it's on. And then I continue on with the rest of my makeup. So, hey, I did it. Well, maybe not well, but I did it anyhow. So, yeah, go me. Anyhow, so that's it. Thank you for watching this. Again, if you're not a tinted moisturizer person, try a BB or CC cream. Maybe that'll help. Again, I mentioned It Cosmetics CC cream. The girls like it a lot. So again, please let me know down below what kind of finish that is. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching my sorta first try on makeup while I'm talking and recording. And I do appreciate it again, and hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Bye.